Hello, 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 hello. What is up, everybody? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. In a minute. I'm gonna need a sentimental audience to come and chat me up. Because it's been a minute since I've streamed and posted anything on my YT channel, but, you know, been sick. Oh, what the hell's going on? My screen went blank. Alright. There it goes. And I just, changed everything on my OBS, so let's see how this goes. If you guys can't hear me, please let me know. If I need make any adjustments, please let me know, because when I changed, my whole theme and everything, it, reset all my settings as well, so. And clearly I've been sick, and I'm still getting over being sick, if you can't tell by how congested I am. But today, we're playing Call of Cthulhu. As dumb as I sound right now saying that. Now let's just get right into it, shall we? I almost recorded this video, but then I was like, I feel like this would take me forever to record into a series. So I'm just going to stream it. But I did find a couple of games that I do plan to record in series for my YT channel that I'm sure you guys would enjoy. But anyways, Chapter 1, Pierce's Investigations Agencies, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Now, this game I've wanted to play for a while, and I've had it for a while, since it came out. Never did play it. I've had it pretty much since it came out, but I've never got around to playing it. And as much as I know about this game, is that brief paragraph right there. It's pretty much all I know about this game. We play as a detective who suffers PTSD from World War I, who turned detective after the war and is about to lose his job.
If I am mad, it is mercy, and you are all crazy. May the gods pity the man. Sane, hideous, and H.P. Lovecraft.
Ew! What the? Ew! Where am I? Is that a shark head? Is that a shark head or a whole ass shark? Is that a shark head or a whole ass shark? hell am I? Oh my goodness. You know what? This game doesn't look too bad. Granted, I am playing on PS5, but this is a PS4 game. Still doesn't look too bad. Now, with the statement I just said, it does say in the store that some PS4 features do not carry over onto the PS5. So I can play this game on my PS5, which I am. I might not get everything that's on the PS4 version. But I didn't really feel like digging out. What the hell is that? I didn't really feel like digging out my PS4. I feel weird. Feels weird. So just something moving over there? Am I tripping balls? Trippy! Juicy J, get trippy! I must light something. How? It's a lantern right there. How do I pick it up? So if I spam triangle, I just keep looking down. Spamming square looks up. Interesting. What's the left and the right? That's weird that they would have buttons for looking up and looking down. That's just kind of weird weird to me. So I must not be able to pick that up. Or I'll pick this one up. Oh, so I had to grab the lantern to pick up the bolt cutters. Is this all dynamite? What's all this? Oh! Oh! What the hell was that? What was that? Get out of here! What's the run button? Open the door.
In my wake, hold along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Inescapably draws you on. Okay, so I can go down right here. Here's the other door. I really don't know what doing that does with the lantern. Oh, that's the sprint button. I'm trying to push the, click the analog like any other game. Isn't that where the thing just popped up out of the water?
What a putrid offering.
Oh, let's do it. Let's get right next to the water. Yeah, there's the dock. So this is where it just popped up out of the water. Oh, look at all the poor whales. Fun fact, killer whales are actually a member of the dolphin family. And more dangerous than a shark. One of the few animals that will go hunt down the great white.
Don't fight. You have
But they hunt like the great white. They hunt in packs. So if you piss one off, you're getting a whole herd of them. So like, my favorite animal is the wolf. I have a tattoo of one on my arm. Alright? If we were to go like favorite animals on land and favorite animals on sea, the killer whale would be my favorite sea animal. I'd have to say.
thus you will attempt changing your destiny.
Why would you give a warning shot? Just shoot him. He's got a tentacle arm. Just shoot him.
I hate whiskey.
I fucking love it.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him and kept on calling me for weeks after the investigation had been closed. Whoa! I got a Zippo!
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I used to be an avid reader.
Used to be, yeah, me too. The Harry Potter
Been
series
too
and
long
everything.
since I've slept in a bed. I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares. But for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Yeah, the doc swore the melatonin would help me sleep too. This will affect your destiny. Oh shit.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Oh, is this the level ups area? Doesn't seem like I can level anything up now. Okay, so this gives his, why did my monitor just flash? This game is cursed. It's making my whole setup act possessed. This gives his background, more or less. Dark waters, dark waters. What the hell's going on? With my computer? My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed. And I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the lost battalion who fell. Why can't I just turn the light on? Why do I gotta carry this lighter around? Oh, we shut it off?
I
The
should
phone.
get rid of all this
The
stuff.
phone is ringing. Can't just...
Natural
channel?
sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce? Private
No.
investigator contracted by the
Just
Wentworth...
kidding. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
That's
You got
correct.
me.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh. We gotta, upgrade our guy. Represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Represents your ability to call on your physical power. Spot hidden. Represents your ability to find hidden objects. Let me add one to that. Knowledge of human behavior. Add one to that. Add one to that. That leaves me with 3. Cut. I'm gonna do that. 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 Oh, that one costs 2, and I no longer have any. Okay. Okay, I get it now. I get it now. I understand how this works. And I feel... accept it. Validate. Do you really want to validate this character points attribution? Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I'm coming.
Who the fuck be knocking on my door? Come on in, strange
Sir,
man.
I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that
Did
I
you see that
expected
thing on the
anything
picture?
but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me
Looks
if
like,
this is the work of madness,
There's a man's
or
heart
if,
got
on the
ripped out.
contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Examine the painting.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
My Steam is messing with my game.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
The shipping label, some of it is unreadable. But I can make out part of the address. We're at Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
I will try.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mention Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Me too, sir, me too. That's why I will look into it.
I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which I don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse.
Oh my goodness.
Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely
Muted
compensated.
this whole time.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater.
I can't say the
Look
whole
into the
time.
death of your daughter.
I remember.
Thank you,
thinking
Mr.
about it
Pierce.
Sometime after
I didn't expect any less coming from a man in
Because,
your situation.
started coughing.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Sneezing. And then I forgot to unmute.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Natural sciences, linguistics, Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
They look like creatures. The one on the left kind of looks like a Pegasus. The one on the right... some sort of Pokemon.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to dark water.
Was this not here? When I first awoke?
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's see how well this works. Because clearly going to need to use my touchpad, and I can't use my touchpad when using remote play. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. God, I hate being sick. I hate the sound of my voice when I'm sick. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look. Get the motherfucking boat. I'm on a boat. You can't see the boat because of all the fog, but look at the boat. A game by Cyanide Studio. Dun 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 dun.
We're almost there.
Ah, I remember the days of smoking those things. Fucking bad for you. Don't do that shit no more. I vape now. Vape's better for you, but I mean, you can also just as much say it's not. It doesn't affect your lungs the way cigarettes do, but
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer
Ooh.
to forget.
Automatic
Charles Hawkins
walking.
may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Yeah,
You know
see,
what?
consult with diary.
Go have a drink of the
Use the
stranded
touchpad.
whale. What
Like
you
that.
need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the harbor master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Understood. Huh. Oh, I thought I could jump down there. Oh my. Oh man, that hurt! Asshole. What was that? Why did it make that suspenseful, like, jump scare music? Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. What's going on over here?
You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
You bilge-rats don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
There's nothing for you here either. Beat it.
A pox limping. You think we don't know what
Okay, fine then.
in the fog?
My gosh. I don't want to go that way anyway. Anyway.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a
Is
fish.
the killer whale?
A fish? You've got no idea.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that
What could have done so much damage? My gosh.
crazy. The cops, they can't understand.
Oh man.
Damn stupid.
And that washed up out of there?
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no...
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Yeah, you
Cops, They can't
shysters.
understand.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
I guess. go in there? What's this?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Me too, buddy, me too.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
It really does.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. This blackboard hasn't been used in a long while.
Very
Basilla.
long while.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Ooh. We're learning some more medicine. Can I go through this door? Okay. Leads to the John. Brings us to the Paute. God damn it, Steam, you're not even open. Stop it. What's up here?
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. What's in the back? Nothing. Thought maybe there's something written on the back, like... Like, you know, like
What
a
a
lot of people do.
macabre souvenir.
Do, 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 do. So what the place used to look like? So it definitely don't look like it now.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? You going that way? I'm gonna take a peek over this way. You see that house up there? There's a lot of shipwrecks right here. So what, 1, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. 7, 8. It's like 8 of them I see right there. And then a house built on the edge of a cliff right there. This place gives me the creeps. It's all doomy and gloomy and real fishy looking.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights of the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit
Dates have
badly.
some meaning.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here.
Dang,
You can
dog,
go
you
and see
scared
it
me.
if you're interested.
His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Yeah. To look.
I found a
perform
threatening
further
letter
investigation.
signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Okay.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Yeah, it's that big building.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood.
Oh, I thought it was the big one.
I shall be on my way.
I thought it was that
Come
massive
back and see
building
me
back
when
there.
you've got something new.
I gained 1 character point. Why did that open everything? Hold on. I can really half-ass control this game with my mouse and keyboard right now. Left, right. Turn left, right. Bro, that's crazy. I mean, at least I can get it. I found a way to get into my thing real quick. So I want to increase that one real quick. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an investigation. Or an object. And of picking locks. Increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior. Finding hidden objects. An undiscovered object will not appear in-game. Increases your chances of determining the use and origin of an occult artifact, and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, physical or verbal. I still had one more. Inhabitants. Island of Darkwater. Darkwater Port. The occult. Intuitive and visionary artist for some. Overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the other world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Clues. I didn't know I could do this.
Knowledge.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna make a quick little break point here and run to the bathroom and fix something quick so my mouse and keyboard ain't interfering with my game. So I'll be right back in, I don't know, like 5 minutes. Alright. I'm back. Alright. Back. And I do apologize. For all y'all sitting in silence. There should have been music playing. Should have been music playing that whole time. And there wasn't. I don't know why. But there should have been. But I figured it out. And it wasn't Steam. I thought, because I changed a couple settings on Steam, that it was something with Steam. And it wasn't Steam. It was a setting on my PC itself. This somehow got changed. But, because of that, I figured out a button on my keyboard I can use instead of my touchpad, since I can't use my touchpad. So, let me say this right now. I'll say it right now. To anybody out there, alright? Like me, if you're too broke to get a fucking one of those capture cards and you're running OBS, right? I mean, obviously I can stream off of my PS5. PS5 has that capability. But I'm doing that dual streaming so I can stream to YouTube and Twitch together. You can't do that on PS5. It's one or the other. So I'm running OBS. In order to do that, I have to stream off my PC, which requires me to use PlayStation's Remote Play off of my PC. So I can use which grants me the ability to play my PS5 off of my PC. All I have to do is open the Remote Play app on my PC and then plug the controller in. But doing that disables the touchpad. But if you push the which button was it? Whoa. Oh man, I was just doing it. It was like the T button or the Y button. It opened it up. But now I do it. There it goes. Crazy. Crazy. So yeah, the T button. You can use the T button instead of the touchpad. Right on.
He's gonna get us into trouble.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! The cops, they can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
So it's that building right there. What happens if I go this way? Actually, I need to go in this bar first.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Hold the test strength. Wasn't me who went looking for it. The guy didn't show respect.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't
Yeah,
hang around.
I don't need to fight.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors.
I don't want to fight.
Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
I like that I can actually hear my character talking. Most RPG games like this that I play, that I've played in the past, the character I play as doesn't speak.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal.
I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Let me
A
order a
stranded
drink.
whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell? The name?
It was a...
Ah.
What can you tell me?
We all know. And
I've got what I need.
anything else?
Why wasn't it highlighted if I already gone through all that? See, that's highlighted because I went through that. These are all highlighted because I've already said it. So what am I missing here?
What can you tell me about it?
We all and
So there's something missing here.
I've got what I need.
anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Give me the
Captain
damn drink.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh yeah?
Dusty here.
That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little...
Drinking it here, anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Fine, I'm out of here. Screw you too, Sal. Screw you too. It sure feels like a prohibition.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Skilla turns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Skilla, the remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales. The Sedekian, that is already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole deck and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. Blah, 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 blah.
And the doctor, what did he say?
What do you guys say?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds
What do
a
you got
new
tatted all
reader.
over your arm?
You like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch. You shouldn't talk about the dead like that. We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk. There! You're speaking ill, you see!
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid
Okay,
you
goodbye.
farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Stranger.
Just got Resident Evil 4 vibes right there.
Stranger.
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught
Oh
those
my
guys a
my.
lesson.
We return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. What you looking at, stranger?
Your men are simply thugs.
Where did he come from?
That's what I pay you for. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Damn it! I should have done the other one. What is a woman like you doing in a place like this? Oh, I fucked up. Can I go back? Last checkpoint. Let's go. Let's see how far back that takes me. I'm cheating just a little bit. I wanted a different result there.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Do you like our song?
I've never heard this.
It's true.
I heard the.
Blah, 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 blah.
What?
Blah, 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 blah.
I bid you farewell.
Good.
Cool.
What? Another break? Can't you see that we're in the middle of a conversation? I told you to beat it.
Well, are you gonna finish your conversation?
You again.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, come on.
Drinking it here. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Dang it.
I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
She will do it again, you know. Oh, the girl doctor. Goldie. She won't stop asking.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know, I know.
I told you to beat it.
Alright, bitch. Alright. I'm gonna leave. Dang. Marty.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Buggering off.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Will do. Will do.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
So, what happens if I go this way since there's nobody over here now?
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned.
Oh, I'm interested
Why does
in
it
that.
interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Spot hidden skills. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what's this? This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. It looks like there's a way in under this grate. A
What's
whale
this?
vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Up that rickety old ladder.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
There's hidden items in here. Somewhere. Alright, well that's the brake. Where's the handle? Right there. Whoa.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Master detective. Is there more? Alright, I'm gonna run all the way around to the other side.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. The cops, they can't understand.
You shysters.
There.
Whoa, hold up. I just picked the lock. In public?
Hello, old friend.
For a bottle of liquor. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know? Oh yeah, let's take a good long look at that. That's a thumbnail right there.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Desecrated them fools! Who would build a house up there? That's just insane. In my opinion. And maybe it's just me, but it's insane. But I am insane.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
How can I be the one who defaced your saint? I've just come ashore, you idiots.
That's true. We're as drunk as lords.
You bet. You could have gone by without us seeing you.
Do not rile me. You can hardly stand up.
He's right.
We're no match. For the moment. We're annoyed. It's understandable.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at
You
all.
didn't tell me a thing, huh? Oh boy! You did tell-
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I feel that.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
That's where I used to live.
You could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
What happens if I just walk right up to him?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know, Cat.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced us.
And she sent you? What do you want from us?
I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Oh, the ladder's broken. Well, that's where I would have came in if I would have went through the other building.
Let's see.
Lock picking time.
Shoot. I'll have to find another way to get in. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Did it just break my lockpick?
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid.
Uh-oh.
What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Let me stay silent. I plead the fifth.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Oh, my crotch! Oh, my no-no square!
Get out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
My no-no square! Oh, owie! No, no, don't touch me there!
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
No,
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Hello, officer.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins?
Who said I'm a tourist, huh?
Not much more than what
And
everyone
not the
knows.
cop.
I wasn't on the case.
Which
They were all
one of
burnt
us
to
is the
death,
cop
right?
and which one's the
Up at
tourist?
their place.
The whole mansion went out of flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Okay, fine, my gosh. Sheesh. I'll get out of your way. Golly. Alright, Captain Fitz, what if I come back to you? Have you two been on that bench the whole time?
You're back again. What can I...
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island. But I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Okay, okay. You know what? I bet Kat's back up in here. Let me go pay her a visit. I bet that's the last thing she'll expect. Oh yeah, there she is. Look at that.
Hey,
What's up,
Mitchell.
bitch?
A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
Tell the truth or lie. Hold on, that man in the background. Or in the back over there. Why does that look like, fuck, what's his name? One of the Peaky Blinder brothers.
I'm fascinated by the history of the whaling station.
Huh. You certainly don't lack style. But enough of the jokes. You reek of private eye. Who did you come for?
The Hawkins family.
Now why doesn't that surprise me? A little advice, though. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here.
Oh, I'll give you a favor, all right. Just look at that. They got the wiggle down. Look at that. Oh, I wasn't looking at nothing.
I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
Oh, yeah.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley, I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him. It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back off, you little bitches. You're lucky she's with you the last time. Taking a strange man down a dark alley by yourself, huh? I mean, I guess you already whooped my ass once, so you ain't worried about it now.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
I mean, if you want to.
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
No, no, I could use some more mothering. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. Sucky, sucky.
Ugh, this place stinks.
Yeah, it looks
What
like
is
it
the
would.
connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
That looks gross. To enter a reconstruction scene, hold. Oh, that's bright.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages? Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks.
I bet it does.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
So bright. I decided to do the whole scratch my back, I'll scratch your thing, because you never know.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to...
Him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. You look pretty roughed up there, Officer Bradley. Oh, who's watching me?
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Something seems a little unsettling here.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. Nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Of course, I still got more questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester.
That's right. The Hawkins' old caretaker. Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Yep, one more question.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
No, that's
Night
it.
falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Game saved. Alright, guys. I'm so glad I learned that the T button replaces the touchpad. That is going to be such a huge relief. Such a huge help. Not just for this game, but like other games. Alright, I need 6 CP before I can level this up, my strength up, and I only have 2. Two CP needed for the next level up. Understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior. Let me add both of those to that. Let's just level that up. There we go. Boss of a gang of bootleggers, which seems to use Darkwater as a hideout. Cat always keeps an eye on her territory, the zone of abandoned warehouses on the docks. I have the impression that all the men on Darkwater fear her. Even Mitchell, the owner of the stranded whale, is reluctant to talk about her. She uses Darkwater as the point of departure for her cargoes of whiskey, and she is slowly gnawing away at Captain Fitzroy's territory. This hick cop likes order and justice. He is no great sleuth, but he seems more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seem to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. Alright. Alright, guys. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. This, my friends, my dear friends, my dear, dear, dear friends, is where I will be ending for the night. I feel like I made it nowhere in this game, but we made it 3 chapters into the game, so, I mean, we completed 2 chapters, started chapter 3, so we made it somewhere. We made it somewhere. Made a couple, I'm going to say, key people already, so there's that. I really enjoy the pause menu. I mean, that massive Goliath creature on the pause menu is just... I mean, if we end up having to go against that thing, like, I don't know how we're going to have to take it out, but that would be insane. But either way, this is a pretty good looking game, and I am so looking forward to playing more of it. But it was definitely after 4 o'clock. And I have to work later, so it's time for me to hop off and catch some sleep for work. And get, you know, some sleep to keep on healing from this sickness. But thank you all for stopping by, watching for a little bit. I seen y'all hopping in and out of there. Some of y'all stuck around for a few minutes. None of y'all chatted, but some of y'all hopped in and out. Some of y'all stuck around for a few minutes. still very much appreciated. So thank y'all for that, and I'm enjoying it so far. Like I said, I find it very interesting that I can actually hear my character talking. Because I do like RPG games. I've played plenty of RPG games. I played the hell out of Skyrim, and that's an RPG game. And the biggest factor of like Skyrim that bummed me out was the fact that I never heard my character talk. And you can actually hear Pierce talking in this one. So that is like a huge bonus for me. Right off the rip, that's already a huge bonus for me. But anyways, thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button on the YouTube and that follow on the Twitch. And I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, everybody. And goodbye.